So look, I make $1,200 per day with 95% profit margins as a dumb 22-year-old. So no, I'm not some genius, I don't come from a rich family, my father is a nurse, my mother a nursing assistant, and I'm not exactly the lucky type. In fact, just a couple years ago, I was completely broke. In the summer, I would sleep in a basement infested with rats. I wanted to be successful, but I had no idea where to even start. But today, I'm going to show you exactly what I did to make that much money, why it works, and how you can replicate the same process. Even if you're starting from zero, and even if you think you don't have any valuable skills that you could use right now. Now, since you've probably never seen me before, I'm Fred, and I went from making $0 per month as a low middle class dude to making over $1,200 per day with my online business using a simple 4-step process. Now, I've put together a free video training that shows you exactly everything I did step by step so you can copy me. The link is in the description. And to thank you, when we get to 30,000 subs, I'll give away $2,000. Watch the video until the end, subscribe, and share with a friend to win. So here is the truth. Most people think that making a lot of money is extremely difficult. They think you need to work for years, have tons of degrees or crazy qualifications, or be born a genius. But none of that is actually true. In reality, making a lot of money is about understanding one thing. People will always pay to solve painful problems. And the bigger the problems you solve, the more you get paid. That's why the business model I use is so powerful. I do something which is called high-ticket consulting. That means I get paid thousands of dollars to help people to fix very specific problems. So there's no inventory, no gigantic office with hundreds of employees, it's just me and my laptop, pretty much. And I've been able to recrack the code and to make this process work again and again and again. And if you take a look at the first videos I posted on my YouTube channel back in September of 2022, at first I was just posting video sales letters I would show some of my prospects before they booked a call with me. At the time, I was working exclusively with agency owners, coaches, and consultants to help them to get more sales calls for their business. But nowadays, I even help beginners to get started with a consulting business. I'll be honest with you, when I was still in high school, I thought that dropshipping was my golden ticket to making money online. I spent thousands of dollars on Facebook ads, on different products, thinking I would crack the code eventually. But after months of grinding, all I had to show for were just a handful of sales and thousands of dollars lost. So not really what you would call a success. I barely made enough to cover my losses. And the worst part is, every time I felt like I was getting closer, I would find a new winning product. I would get banned by Facebook and I couldn't even run ads. Or plenty of issues just like that would arise every single day. So I genuinely felt like I was just throwing spaghetti on the wall, hoping that something would eventually stick. And that's what I see 99% of people doing when they try to make money online. They have no idea what they're doing, and how could they, because they're trying to do everything alone. But they've never built a business before, so they have no idea what they need to do or what it's like to succeed, what it actually takes. And that's when I realized, if I wanted to make real money, I needed to start a proper business where I controlled the results instead of chasing trends constantly and hoping to stumble upon a winning product. And the truth is, most people try to make money online doing things which are extremely difficult to scale. For example, freelancing, selling cheap products, whether they be physical or even digital, or just grinding out low-paying jobs in general. But instead, I focus on one thing: solving expensive problems for people who can afford to pay for solutions. And that's exactly why high-ticket consulting is so powerful. Instead of trying to sell cheap products for $50 here and there, I focus on selling a high-ticket offer. That means if I wanted to make $10,000 right now, I wouldn't need hundreds of customers, just a handful. And when you understand this, making money becomes so much easier. But let's talk about the part that everybody overcomplicates. What do you actually sell? What if you don't think you're an expert in anything? And this is where most people get stuck, because they assume they need to be a world-class expert or a guru in order to charge high-ticket prices and to solve painful, valuable problems for people. But that's just not true at all. The reality is, you just need to be one step ahead of your ideal customers. If you can help them to get results faster, easier, or more effectively than they would on their own, people will gladly pay you for it. For example, let's say in the past you lost 30 pounds and you got in great shape. Even if you're not a certified personal trainer, there's millions of people all over the world right now struggling with weight loss who would gladly learn how you did it. And I'm sure you've known that fat PE teacher at school. So as you can see, the certificate doesn't always tell you everything. Or maybe you figured out how to grow an Instagram account to 50,000 followers. Business owners would pay thousands of dollars to be able to learn that skill. Maybe you're good at sales, marketing, or productivity. Whatever it is, there's somebody out there that wants that knowledge, and they're also willing to pay for it. The key is to package it into a high-ticket offer. So instead of selling a $50 ebook, you create a structured coaching or consulting program. The goal is to give people a step-by-step process to help them to get what they want. And you don't have to sell coaching necessarily. You can do done-for-you services. And even if you don't have the skills to deliver a service yourself, you can leverage remote contractors to deliver the service for your customers. So all you would need to do is to find customers, close them, and then you pay a remote contractor to handle the work for you. That is exactly what platforms like Amazon and Uber are doing. They simply connect buyers and consumers. So when you package your offer correctly, you can charge thousands of dollars per customer. So let me break down how I get paid over $1,200 per day with 95% profit margins, because it all comes down to the three following things. First, I created a high-ticket offer that solves a painful problem. In my case, I help people to start and to scale a high-ticket consulting business. That means when somebody's working with me, I give them a proven step-by-step process and I mentor them directly to help them to obtain financial freedom just like I have and make over $10,000 per month. And so because the outcome is incredibly valuable, of course people are willing to pay for it. Second, I focus on getting in front of the right people. And this is where most people mess everything up. They think they need a big audience or expensive ads to make money. But I started with nothing, no following, no ads. I just followed a simple strategy to get my offer in front of the right people. And the best way to do that is through content. Because when you create content that speaks directly to the people that you want to help, you build trust at scale. Instead of chasing customers all the time, they start coming to you. And inbound leads, people who come to you themselves, as opposed to you coming to them, they're 10 times easier to close. They already see you as an expert. They already trust you. And therefore, they're much more likely to buy. And that's exactly why I create content just like this. Every piece of content I make, every post I release, it's all designed to attract my ideal customers to me. People who are serious about starting or growing a high-ticket consulting business and who want my help. And third, I invite people to a conversation. Now this is where the money is made. Because when somebody is interested, they want to hear more, they book a free call with me. And on that call, I'm not trying to sell them anything. I'm not trying to convince them of anything. I just ask them some simple questions to understand where they are, what they've tried in the past, what their goals are. Because the goal is for me to see whether or not I can help them. And if I can, I make them an offer. And because people already see the value in what I have to offer, the close is typically easy. And that's how I make upwards of $1,200 per day. And it's the same process that my customers in all industries are using. So it's not about grinding endlessly, working 16 hours per day, or selling cheap stuff to people who don't even need it. We focus on solving painful problems for people. So while it's pretty simple, the issue is most people won't do it. Instead, they'll focus on a subpar business model and wonder why, 2 years down the line, they're still not making more money. Well, that's the reason why. And then the rest will come up with excuses. They will say things like, I just don't know what to sell, or I don't know where to start, but I'm not an expert. But the people who win, they don't let excuses stop them. At least they try and see what comes out of it. They take action, learn the necessary skills, and they go after it. Because at the end of the day, if you want to become successful, it's not just about luck or talent or being a genius. Sure, it helps if you have these things, but 99% of people don't. I didn't. Instead, it's about playing the right game. Most people are stuck playing small. They sell low-ticket services, work jobs that they hate, grind on the wrong business models, and then they wonder why they're stuck. But the people who make serious money, they think differently. They focus on solving painful problems, I'll never say this enough, and they charge premium prices. They don't waste time on anything that doesn't move the needle. And when you shift your mindset and you focus on this business model, everything will change for you. Because when you start selling high ticket, you don't need decades of experience, a huge audience, or a crazy budget for paid ads. And when you get a sale, it's a lot of money and you get to keep 95% of it. With business models like dropshipping, you would only keep 5 to 20% of what you make. So all you need is a valuable offer, a strategy to get in front of the right people, and a way to close customers. That's literally it. And when you do this right, making more money becomes almost effortless. So instead of struggling to make a few $100 like most people, you start making thousands rather effortlessly. Instead of grinding every day just to survive, you start building a business that actually gives you freedom. Now, if you want me to personally help you to start or to grow a high-ticket consulting business, I invite you to check out the free resources in the description below and to directly book a call, and together we'll come up with a game plan for you to get to $10,000 per month as quickly as possible. With that being said, I'll be waiting for you on the other side.